Hello, Idara. You've been waiting by your computer. Am I late? Oh, yeah. 5 minutes late. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Victor, IB, Oluyemi, Adeola. Sorry, guys. We're supposed to have a guest who is based in Africa, and I don't know what the problem is with him. I think I'm not going to receive him at the end of the day, because if he's not punctual, it means he's not good enough to come on and be with us. So the person is going to, he has to look for another opportunity of his. So what do I plan to do with you today? What I plan to do with you today is, okay, I hope you people can hear me. Can you people still hear me directly? Are you people still hearing me? Please let me know if you're hearing me. Are you hearing me? Yes, good. Okay, so I'm just going to do something impromptu with you guys today. I'm going to do something impromptu with you, and I think this will bless you greatly. It's different from what Roma previous. He's speaking Russian to me. That is Roma. That's like a Russian name. I thought it was a Russian person before. But he's a Nigerian that studied here, just like myself. So now he's speaking Russian. So we are waiting for the Facebook people to come on. Oluyemi, welcome. Victor Odion, Mary Odia, BD, welcome, welcome. So nice to have all of you on. Let's just wait till our Facebook audience comes and join us. Rinde, Edward, nice to have you all. Favor. Idara, you said you sent me an email 2 weeks ago. I didn't see that. Is it the email you sent me about HMT, which I think I replied to? I can't remember any other email, Idara. I think you sent 2 emails about the HMT, and I think we communicated on that already. So if there's any other email you sent, you might need to send that one separately. In Houston, yes, I think I replied. I replied that for sure, that you have to get in touch with that Derek by email, I'm sure if you have not received that reply, then maybe I would check with my secretary to resend it to you. But I know I replied it for sure. Because I think the problem with Pastor Derek is that he has so many invitations and he's only responding to the invitations that can guarantee him some basic information like how many people are coming, how many, how certain is the meeting, not just what you wrote to him was like a proposal. It was just like an idea, a good idea for him to do meeting there. But he would not respond to that. He will better like to look into only opportunities that are sure banker, that are well planned out, like like to be sure of what to expect and who to expect and all that. So that's the way it works. His own office. If I'm the one, I will reply. Nevertheless, I reply, and I at least give you my explanation why it won't work. But in his own case, I wonder why he didn't reply directly. Oh, we've been on, I think. I'm sure we've been on Facebook for some time. I didn't even realize that. Okay, we have Aurenuga here. Madubuko is here. KPC is here. Okay, that's actually more. Oh, no. Oh, then we have Olukayode here. We have Nelson. We have Adeni. We have Obed. We have Victor. We have Shishi. We have Melvin. Awoga, Rabbinistic, Helen, Regina. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right. I don't know what is happening to the guest that we invited, but the person is in Africa somewhere, either in Nigeria or Benin or Rwanda, somewhere in Africa. So, and I think he's having issues with his communication. So I'm going to do something impromptu here with you today, impromptu, which is I want to talk to you about some of the books that are here that I think will be a blessing to you, whatever the calling God has given you to do. The first one of them, which I don't know that you might have this, I don't know if you have this or not, is called Team Building Skills of Jesus. Team Building Skills of Jesus. Now, this is a study I did. I actually did this study for my church, for our church here in Ukraine. And I did a training for my pastors and my leaders. Because what led me to this is because I discovered that in my team, even my own team, as small as I am or as insignificant as I am, there were so many various personalities in them. Everybody is different. Everybody is living their own world. They are so diverse. And then I began to, reading through the Bible, I began to realize that, see, Jesus went through the same challenge. Now, there is nothing of significance that you can do without building a great team. A great team will go a long way to determining who you will become and what will happen to you. So everything depends on a great team. And if you don't have a great team and if you don't know how to work with them, you are not going to go anywhere. So in this particular case, I began to study the 12 disciples of Jesus, and you would not believe the diversity. They are all so different that it will scare you. And I began to discover that the same diversity that Jesus had in his team is parallel to the diversity that I had in my team. And it got to me that, look, it's probably the same thing with every team. No matter either the team is in business, either it's a business team or it's a pastoral team or it's a team of professionals, doesn't matter whatever you want to do. If you want to have a team of people, they are going to be divided into different categories. So here I'm talking about the different categories, of the team members of Jesus and what we can learn from every one of them and the kind of people we should expect in our own team too. So and then how to build a team too also, because a lot of people don't know how to build a team. And so I'm also talking about that here, and how the team is a reflection of a leader's character, and then how to mentor your team, and how to raise up from your team, how to build a team by starting to build followership, and from the followership you build leaders, and from there you have your core disciples, and then from there you go on to have all the other people following you. Then here also I speak about the difficulties in working with the team, and of course I also spoke about how to build a strong team. So team building skills of Jesus. This is I think this is something that not just Christians. This will be a blessing to everybody. It doesn't matter either you're a Christian or you are not. So take care of this book. Take note of this book. It's especially for business people and for people that have leadership skills, that have great dreams, that are looking for, that are not lone rangers, that are looking forward to doing great things for God. And that you cannot build a great organization or a great ministry if you don't know how to build a great team. And in some cases you might need to have different, diverse kinds of teams. So this book will tell you everything about team building. Okay, the next book I want to talk about is this one here. It's called How to Get What You Need in Life. How to get what you need in life. How to get what you need in life. That is a very interesting, very, very interesting perspective into life, because there are different things in life. Life, a lot of people, the way we live life is just to live it the way we find it. And we allow life itself to dictate to us what life gives us. So we just follow the model. Most people just follow suit. They just follow what life has to offer them. But most people don't really know how to be the ones to initiate what they want in life. So what this book is going to talk to you about is that it's going to tell you about what it's going to tell you about how to determine what you have in life. And that's what this has to do. That's what this will do for you. It will give you the ability to determine what you want in life, so that, okay, some people are having issues with the sound, I heard. Is the sound okay now? Okay, I think they said it's back. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I think it's okay. So this book will tell you that, it will let you know and help you to determine how to get what you need in life. Because most people don't know what they need in life. And so that is number one. For you to go far in life and to be able to achieve anything in life, you must be the one that determines what you want. You must be the one that should know what you need in life. So this book is all about that. It will help you to determine what you need in life, and then it will give you the roadmap into how to get what you need in life. So because everything, and it's going to prove to you that everything is within your reach. Everything is within our reach. Everything is within the reach of every one of us. But unfortunately, that's not the way life is like in the real sense. In real sense, everybody thinks that life is just a game of luck. In the real sense, everybody thinks that life is just about hoping to get the best out of life, that maybe God will bless you. And that's that's one of the problems we have in Africa. We have not been taught to know that, our life is in our hands, and that it is our own decision and it is our own decision to become what we want to become in life. A lot of people are not believers in life. In this our life, I mean, let's say Europe and America, many people don't even recognize God. They don't even believe in God. Many don't even recognize that there is God. But yet they are, setting goals, and they are becoming who they want to become and who they wish to become. So, but the way things are in Africa is that people have come to take religion to replace their common sense. And people are now using religion to replace even their own logic. So everybody is going to God or to church to help them, decide or come to a conclusion of what they want in life or where they will get to in life. But in real sense, you can decide what you want in life. And this book is to tell you and help you to know how to get what you need in life, how to get what you need in life. So first of all, what I started by saying that you can have all you need in life. So it's a reality. You can become everything you want to become in life. Don't just become a victim. Don't just play the victim card and, thinking that, only you are waiting on God, only what God will give you, or you don't know what will become of your life. Maybe God will do this or God will do that. God has already done everything, guys. God has already given us his only begotten Son. And he has given us his word, his principles on how to live and how to, to please God and leave a legacy on the earth. So there is more to life than just hoping that something will happen. No, you can become the owner of your own life, and you can know practical steps by which you can get what you need in life. So that's what this book is about, how to get practical steps to get what you need in life. So, I'm talking here about the law of getting what you need in life, 6 steps to get what you need in life, reasons why people remain in need, a simple formula to get in what you need in life, many that make that move to get what you need in life, how to determine your altitude in life, and all that. So everything is within your reach. It's not by luck. There is more to life, the key to breakthrough. So this is talking about the fact that, no, there are principles that you could explore to help you to know how to get what you need in life. There are concrete steps that you could adopt and get to, follow those steps for you to get to know and to get what you need in life. So the book, that's the way it's called, How to Get What You Need in Life. Remember it, how to get what you need in life. So life is not a mystery. Life is not something that you just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. A lot of people in the Christian world today, especially from African background, we are busy waiting, and we are waiting that God will do something. God will just show up one day. Or right now in Africa, I heard people have started talking about destiny helper. So people are waiting, praying, going to church every day to pray and asking for destiny helper. Destiny helper, that means that God has to send somebody across them to help them to become who they want to become in life. So they are sitting down there in their house. They are going to church every day. They are trying their best. They are praying. They are going to church. They are serving and looking forward to one day something will just happen. An angel will just knock at the door, and or somebody, a relative or a friend from abroad, will just call and say, okay, now you have been praying. Your time has come now. Stand up and let's go. Get this job or get this money. If you are living like that, if that's what you have been waiting for, I'm sorry. You are going to be waiting for a very long time to come. It's better to know the principles. Life is based on principles. It's better to to take up the principles and get what you need in life. It's better to just, just get to know the principles and follow the principles and take your own hand your own life in your hand. In Russian language, we say that That is, you take your own life in your own hand. Take responsibility for your own life. Don't be waiting forever for some destiny helper to come and help you, or for something. No, you can decide what you want in life, and you can get what you want in life. A lot of people are dreamers these days. A lot of Christians, they are just dreaming that one day, something, somehow, they will get, something will get going for them. But it is dreaming. It is daydreaming. So it's better for you to just learn the principles of how to get what you need in life. When you know the principles, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter if you are young or old. It doesn't matter if you are talented or you are not talented. It doesn't matter if you are educated or you are not educated. Once you know the principles of how to get what you need in life, you just go for it. And it doesn't even matter if you are a Christian or you are not a Christian. Once you know the principles, God has already put the principles there. And it doesn't even matter either you have prayed much or you have not prayed much. Now, praying is important, and having personal relationship is important, because that will give you extra direction, extra edge. It will make you to hear from God. If you have personal relationship with God, you'll be able to hear from Him, and He'll be able to direct your path, and He'll be able to lead you and things like that. But even if you are not a believer, God has already, made that provision on how to get what you need in life. He has given the principles. Only you need to discover those principles. Okay, now there is a book that is similar to that, but a lot of people don't know that there is a difference between these two books. So this one is How to Get What You Need in Life. But look at this one. This one is called How to Live an Effective Life. They are different, though. How to Get What You Need in Life and How to Live an Effective Life. They are totally different. Totally different books. Two totally different books. So this one is How to Live an Effective Life. Try to determine what is the difference between them. How to get what you need in life, how to live an effective life. Can you determine what's the difference? How to live an effective life, how to get what you need in life. Can you define it? Can you try to define, maybe even in your comments, can you try to define through the topics, by looking at the topics, can you try to define the difference between these two books? Because a lot of people mix them up. Somebody thinks that because he has one, he knows exactly what the other one is talking about. That is the same thing. Can you say it? How to get what you need in life. This is about getting what you need in life. This is a roadmap book. It's a roadmap book, and this one is a roadmap book too. But they are giving you different directions and different information about different aspects of life. There is one common thing in the two books. One is about life, and the other one is about life. But they are talking about different things. All right? So this one is saying how to get what you need in life. That is how to get what you need in life. But this one is saying how to live an effective life. So I've spoken about this, how to get what you need in life. But how to live an effective life is a totally different book. This one is talking about to live in an effective life. So what are the things you will need to live an effective life? Number one, you need to know who you are. All right? That is, you need to, first of all, discover your purpose. You need to know how to maximize your life by defining your own identity. So you must be able to describe yourself. That's number 1 point. Number two, to be effective, to live an effective life, you need to differentiate between living a busy life or living an effective life. So you need to, first of all, stop being busy. For you to live an effective life, you have to stop being busy. All right? So you can be living life without just being busy. Because there is a myth of being busy or myth of having a job. The fact that you are having a job doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. The fact that you are busy doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. So for you to live an effective life, you need to know the difference. Are you just being busy or you are living an effective life. Now, the next thing this book will talk to you is that living a colorful life doesn't mean that you are also living an effective life. So this book will tell you that, yes, you can even live a colorful life. Your life might be colorful, but that doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. So this book is not talking about living an engaging life, because you could live an engaging life, but you are not living an effective life. You could live a colorful life, but you are not living an effective life. So you must see why this book is different. You might live a fast life. You know, there are some people who are living a fast life. Fast. It's a fast boy. But that doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. So there are some people that are even dreaming of living a full life. When I was in the world, that's what I was dreaming about. I was dreaming about living a full life. But living a full life is not the same as living an effective life, you see? So this is what this book is going to tell you about. So then some people, but in Africa, what I know that is much popular in Africa is that in Africa, everybody wants to live a long life. But living a long life doesn't mean to live an effective life. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So there is a big difference. This one is how to get what you need in life. Getting what you need in life. But this one is how to live your life, your everyday life, how to live it effectively, maximum effectively. So, and I'm trying to describe the difference, and I'm telling you that a lot of the lifestyle that we are having, that we think is an effective life, is most likely a wrong understanding of effective life. Because a lot of people are just living a colorful life. Like, for example, a lot of people in Nollywood, Hollywood, they are living a colorful life. But that doesn't mean that they are living an effective life. Now, a lot of people are living a fast life. And the fast, especially in our country, the fast life people, you could say people who are living a fast life are the people, or the Yahoo guys, or the pastors, or the pastors who are just, fast life. Quick, get rich quick and things like that. Everything is more moving, everything is, running. Well, that doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. Then there are a lot of people who go to work, who are going to work every day. They are so busy. They are going to work, job. They are busy every day. But I'm going out now, because there are some family that say, but I'm going to work every day now. But I'm going out. I'm not sitting at home now. But that doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. The fact that you are not sitting at home, that you are, you are running, you are hustling. Yeah, hustler's life doesn't mean an effective life. The fact that you are hustling doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. So that is what this book is going to differentiate for you. The fact that you are living a colorful life, you are living a busy life, doesn't mean you are living an effective life. And the fact that you are living a fast life doesn't mean you are living an effective life. Even living a full life doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. Because so a lot of people say, I just want to live the life to the full. I want to live this life to the full. Okay, welcome, good luck to you. But that doesn't mean that you are living an effective life by living a full life. Then there are some people who say that they want to live a long life. And that in Africa, when I used to grow up in Africa, everybody used to dream about that. That, God should make us live long life. And even when you have your birthday, everybody say long life and prosperity. But the fact that you are living long life, what is the good of it? Like Methuselah, you know the story of Methuselah in the Bible. The fact that you are living a long life doesn't mean that you are living an effective life. What is the good of you? Okay, Methuselah, nobody remember what Methuselah did. But because it is the person who has lived the longest. But Jesus lived a short life, but we all know what Jesus brought to the world, right? He's not Methuselah, but he changed the world. So you don't need to live a long life, but you need to live an effective life. That is a big difference right there. So a lot of people are dreaming of a long life, but really what you should be dreaming of is to dream of an effective life. All right. So then there are some people who want to, okay, let me go to another aspect of this book, which is to live an effective life. There are some things that you need to put in order. One, you must live a life of accomplishments. There must be something that you accomplish through your life. You must live your life in such a way that Every day you are accomplishing something. You are leaving a legacy. You are leaving your footprint in the sand of history. That is an effective life. Unfortunately today, too many people want to live a life of survival. They just want to make a living. They just want to, make a living. They just want to survive. They just want to be able to provide for their children and their families and leave, some houses or some money for them. But to live an effective life is to live a legacy. To live an effective life is to live for generations to come. To live an effective life is to bring out accomplishments with your life, is to make your life a series of accomplishments on a daily basis. So that's what this book will teach you to do, all right? And then this book will also teach you how to take advantage of opportunities that are all around you. And it will also teach you about your talent, what to do with your talent and how to maximize that to make you live an effective life. And then this book will also teach you how to use your obstacles, to take advantage of your obstacles and use the obstacles to live an effective life. So this book here, don't forget it. But it's a big book, okay? You see? Do you see that it's fat? It's a fat book. It's a big book. Almost, let me see how many pages. About 300 pages. Yes, just exactly 300 pages. So some of you don't like to read fat books, but once you read the book, though, you will never forget it. I mean, in fact, some people who have read it said they want to make it their Bible. It's like the Bible of an effective living. Bible of effective living. So if you have not read the book, you might want to take care of it. You might want to just write it down. This is how to make your life effective, how to live an effective life. So it's different from this one, which is how to get. Concretely, this is how to get what you need in life. So it's different. And the one I started with is team building skills of Jesus. If you are a leader, you need to build a team. And this is how Jesus built his team and how you could build your own team as well. All right. So let me see, the next book I think I should talk to you about is this one. I don't know if you can read it. This book here is probably one of the most important books I've ever written. But I'm going to write more books about it because it's talking about ridding yourself of shallow-mindedness. This is how to get rid of shallow-mindedness, how to think. If there is any challenge, any problem that our African people have, in my own opinion, is the problem of thinking. We need to teach our people to think. And if you have children especially, if you have children who are teenagers or who are youth or who are young people who can still be taught anything, please teach them how to think. Teaching your family, teaching your family members how to think is the greatest gift, one of the greatest gifts you could give to them. That gift is more than money. It's more than anything else you could imagine. Can you see the picture here? The picture here is the brain. And then it talks about off, on. So right now it is off. But this book will help you to switch it on. This book is on how to switch on your brain. How to switch on your brain. It's called Rid Yourself of Shallow-Mindedness. So it is about switching on your brain and getting rid of shallow-mindedness. Shallow-mindedness is the reason for most of our problems. And if we want to get out of the problem in Africa, we have to teach our people to think deep, to think deep. It's about thinking. Okay, somebody is writing that I wrote you for mentorship and books, but there is no reply. Please write to that is Princess Bukola. Please write to me personally and tell me about your situation. I will follow up. And the way to write me is to write us pastor at godembassy.org. Pastor at godembassy.org. So it's pastor at godembassy.org. Write to me personally, and I will definitely find out why you didn't get a response. So anyway, but this one is about thinking. Thinking. We need to teach our people to think. Until we become a thinking people and a thinking nation, we will never get out of the quadrum that we are in right now as a nation and as a continent. So, but because it's only through thinking that we can create solution to our world. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to be talking about here. First of all, I am mentioning here about the problem that we have with thinking. Why do we have shallow-mindedness? It is because of our upbringing. You know, our upbringing, especially in Africa, doesn't encourage us to ask questions. Anytime you want to ask questions, they keep quiet. You are a small boy. No, why are you here when the adults are talking? We have grown-up people here. Adults are talking here. You shouldn't be here. Go to your room. Go to your room. Go away from here. If you are if you are raising up your children like that, that you don't allow them to be present, you know, where you are discussing, or anytime they want to ask any question, you are shutting them down, you are chasing them away from the room. Well, that's why they will never be able to think. That's how they will keep on having thinking problem when they grow up. But if you want to encourage children, you've got to change that attitude. So another challenge that is making us to be shallow-minded, is because of lack of depth all around us. Everybody wants quick fix in everything, quick microwave kind of psychology. Everybody wants to give you something right now, the answer right now. Nobody wants to go to the library. Nobody wants to sit down. Nobody wants to dig deep. Everybody wants ready-made answer. Well, that is another problem, and that is why one of the reasons why we don't think deep. That's why we have shallow-mindedness as well, because of the mentality of autopilot. Everything must be automatic. That autopilot situation is what is causing us to have the problem of shallow-mindedness. So, but also, you know, I'm going to tell you another thing which is very sad, but the reality is that our educational system doesn't want you to think. Educational system just wants you to be compliant and to be obedient. The educational system wants you to just follow the rules. Just follow the rules. Just, you know, this is the rule. This is how things are supposed to be. Just go through the motion. Go through go through the routine. Finish your diploma and go and get a job. So the world system doesn't want us to think. And the reason why the world system doesn't want you to think is because the world wants you to be shallow. Because when you begin to think too much, then you begin to challenge the people who control this world. You begin to challenge the slave owners. You begin to challenge the Uncle Sams of this world. You begin to challenge. But what the education system is made for is for you to just go through school and then come and look for a job from the people who are controlling this world, from the people who are controlling the world system, from the Uncle Sam people. So they set up the educational system in such a way that you will not ask too much questions. You will just remain in your boundary. You will remain in your lane. Remain in that place where they have placed you. You will just believe everything they are telling you. You will remain there and you get your salary. Just go and do what you tell you, get your salary and go back home. Don't challenge the system. Don't challenge the order. Just follow the rules. Be in lane. Stay in your lane. That is one of the reasons. That is the whole world system. The world system wants you to be shallow. Don't go too deep. Don't investigate. Don't challenge anybody. Don't ask extra questions. Abide by the rules. And that is what this one is about. That's the educational system is like that. The jobs are like that. But until you begin to ask deep questions, you know, deep questions, you would never really be able to do what more than your parents have done. You will never be able to make history in your own generation. So, the whole world, okay, like the entertainment world, the whole world even itself is built in a way that you would not be able to think deep. The world system is numbing you for you until you become numb, or what they call numb. You have to become. They appease you. Oh, let's go shopping. Oh, go do this. Oh, get a car. Oh, get a job. Oh, no problem. Everything is okay. They are just making you to be numb until you become numb. They just want you to numb you to sleep. and then you sleep through life. You sleep through life. You will not even realize it that you are sleeping through life. They just lure you to sleeping through life. That is a subtle way the world is making you not to think, so that you think less and you just be satisfied. Everybody want to be happy. Is that not it? You're happy, so okay, what do you want? What else do you want? You are satisfied. You get your salary, you get a job, you get your house, so what else do you want? That is exactly what the world wants you. It wants to lure you and numb you to sleep, so that you will be sleeping through life until you die. Then you put your children in the same pathway that you went through. You just to survive, that just to be satisfied that you are having the bare minimum. It's not the world doesn't want you to think. Now another thing. So the number one thing is that our families, they don't want us to think. Then the educational system of this world doesn't want you to think. Then another thing that stops us from thinking and making us to be shallow-minded is our religion. Especially the countries where people are religious, that is the places where people think less. So religion doesn't encourage you to think. Most religion is the opium of the people. And they will tell you, don't challenge anything. Everything is already, you are not there when God called the man of God. So everything is already settled, between the man of God and God. So you are just here to just come, sit in your place, pay your tithe, go back home. Don't challenge anything. Don't change anything. Don't ask any question, And that is how people who are religious, they are some of the most shallow people. I don't know who said it. I think it is my friend. What's his name of this? What was the name of this Australian billionaire? I will remember his name now. His name is rolling in my head. Daniels, something Daniels. What was his name? Peter Daniels, yes. Peter Daniels is the one who said this, that if I need a brain surgery or a brain or heart or brain replacement, he said, I'm going to ask only for the brain of a Christian. They said, why? He said, because Christians are the people who use their brain the least in the world. They are the ones who don't touch their brain. Their brain is always new. Unbelievers, at least they use their brain to some percentage. But the Christians, they never use their brain. At least if they use only the normal routine way. So it's very small percentage of their brain that is used. 90% or 98% of their brain is unused. So if I need a brain surgery or brain replacement, I need a Christian brain. Give me the Christian brain. Let me replace my own and put the Christian. Everything will be new there. That Christians don't use their brain mostly because they have been numbed by their religion and by their pastors and by religiosity. Just come and sit down and do what we tell you to do. So shallow-mindedness. These are the roots of shallow-mindedness. Families, educational system, and the world system, and the entertainment world, and then the religion. They don't want you to think. So, but in the real sense, it is those things that you don't know that is killing you. What you don't know is killing you. Most human beings are not alive because they are not deep. They don't think. So since they are not thinking deep, well, they are just walking dead through life or sleeping through life. That's what I call biomasses. So, so this book is to change that story. The book is called "Rid Yourself of Shallow-Mindedness." This is how to get yourself, to get your brain thinking, to put your thinking brain on, and to become one of the most effective people in thinking. So, unfortunately, Christians are not known for being able to think. And even, how many books have you read about thinking? Apart from Napoleon Hill's book that says Think and Get Rich. But that is not about thinking at all. I don't know if any one of you have ever read any book about thinking before. Well, this is one of the foremost books you will ever read about thinking. Rid yourself of shallow-mindedness. Get rid of it forever. Get shallow-mindedness, not just out of your own life, but out of the life of your children, especially if you have children. Even if they are children, even if they are up to before 10 years old, or they are 10 years old, or they are 11 years old, or they are 17 years or 20, this is one of the greatest gifts you could give to them. Teach your generation, your next generation to think. so that they will not ask for their brain when they want to do brain replacement. So that is a tragedy of our life today, that many people, they are not using their brain. So it's called rid yourself of shallow-mindedness. Rid yourself of shallow-mindedness. Now, the other book I would like to talk to you today about is this one. I'm sure you people have heard about this many, many times. You've heard about this one many, many times. How to be in the here and now. How to be in the here and now is the name of this one. How to be in the here and now. How to be in the here and now. Now, that is a little bit related to this. Rid yourself of shallow-mindedness, because how to be in the here and now is about you because there's no way you can learn to think if you don't learn to be in the here and now. Because being in the here and now is not daydreaming, and it's not sleeping through life. It's how to be alive. It's not to live like in autopilot. So this is how not to live an autopilot life, but to live a life of effectiveness, of how to be conscious most of the time, a conscious life, to be in the here and now. How not to be flying through life, or stop daydreaming and start living. But most people in the world, unfortunately, are daydreaming through life. Just they are all lost most of the time. They don't even know what has happened. But the truth is that you are only alive for the minutes, or for the number of minutes that you are alert in a day. So let's say in the day you have 24 hours, but you are only alert for 2 hours. Well, you are only alive for 2 hours, it means, in that day. Because you are only alive for the number of days or hours that you are consciously alive, that you are alert. So if you are not alert most of the time, then it means most of the time you are dead. You are just sleeping through life. A lot of people are sleeping through life. So that's why I wrote this book, How to Be in the Here and Now. How to be in the here and now. How to be in the here and now. Only when you are in the here and now you can take decisions that are right. Only when you are in the here and now you can control your life. Only when you are in the here and now you can plan for your future. Only when you are in the here and now, your life will be predictable. You'll be able to know exactly what's going on around you, and you'll be able to have everything in control. But when you are always just come here to visit, because most of the time you are sleeping, where life will just pass through you. By you, life will pass by you. So this book here is about that. I think we should change the title of this message today, because this message was supposed to be with David, but we have to write how to know what past. No, I think, what should we call the name of this program? I think we should call it how to choose what Dsa'S books what are Dsa'S books about? Maybe something like that. I don't know. We have to give it a different title, I guess. So, but how to be in the here and now is absolutely inevitable for every one of us. Now, this one, we know the word. This word is familiar with everybody. Discipline. Can you see discipline? But this book is going to be about discipline for transformation of individual lives and discipline for the transformation of nations. So what discipline does it take for you to be able to transform your life, and the discipline it takes for you to be able to transform a nation? So the price of changing yourself and changing a nation is what this one is about. So I call it the power and force of discipline. The power and force of discipline for transforming lives and nations. So this is about transforming lives and nations. The power and force of discipline for transforming lives and nations. Now, we all know the role of discipline and what discipline is. Nobody can be disciplined 100% and 100% of the time and all the time. That is almost impossible, right? But at least you can, when I was growing up, discipline used to be a scary word to me. I think it's not only me, because in Africa, discipline means koboko or whatever they call it. It used to mean whipping or caning you. So whenever you hear the word discipline in those days when you are growing up in Africa, it means you are going to be beaten. Somebody is going to be beaten. Somebody is going to be flogged. Somebody is going to be abused, actually. Most of the things they call discipline in Africa is just an abuse. But this discipline I'm talking about is for production, is for productivity. So discipline must, I never ever knew that the purpose of discipline was to get something done. So, but most people that we thought that were disciplined is just about behaving well. No, but this, what we are talking, this discipline I'm talking about here, it's not just about being nice, being looking nice, and being, saying you are okay. It's not about discipline to, it's a tool. So the discipline I'm talking about here is a discipline that is a tool to using discipline as a tool to be used to accomplish a goal. Discipline as an instrument, as a power, and as a force that is used to accomplish an agenda. So discipline is a tool that should help you to do what other people cannot do. So discipline should be a tool to help you, that to lead to the change of individuals and change of whole nations. So what kind of discipline will it take for you? So discipline is a tool, is an instrument. Let me give you an example. Maybe you have also wondered about this, but a lot of people wonder, how come, Pastor Sunday, you have the fortitude and the discipline to keep on coming back every day and to be doing these programs on daily basis? And not just on daily basis, twice a day. Why? How come you have that discipline? Well, I always tell them the history. That when I came to Russia, my professor in Russian language said I would never speak Russian language. And that, because, before I left Nigeria, I never even spoke English before. Then you say, how did I pass WAEC? In Nigeria, you don't need to speak. You only need to go to the classes, learn the language, and write. So I could write very well, but I couldn't speak. Nobody to speak to. I was in the Domila, they don't speak English there. They speak Yoruba, or even Ijebu, actually. So I didn't speak English when I was growing up. Maybe I didn't remember myself speaking English. But my accent and everything was so bad that the professor said I would never learn Russian language. But then, when he said that, yes, I prayed about it. But while I was praying, God reminded me, did something beautiful for me. He reminded me about the struggles and the pain that I had to go through in Idomila. And God reminded me, remember when you were in the village, you remember when you were going for the firewood, when you were cutting the wood, firewood, and doing the bush and walking in the forest. Well, you used to walk in the forest for many hours, and that was under the sun, the heat of the sun. Scorching sun. Then God said, okay, why don't you convert that experience of your pain, that experience of your suffering, convert it now into a force of discipline. So you see, a lot of people have suffered some things in their lives, but they let it go wasted. So this is the lesson God taught me, that your sufferings should not be wasted. Don't waste your sufferings. Convert your sufferings. So God taught me that lesson that time, that remember the pain that you used to go through when you were in the bush, when you were cutting trees, when you were carrying firewood on your head, when you were hawking ogi. The sun, the pain, the whole pain in the process of it. And then I say, remember that? I say, I remember, of course. It was living in me, especially I had just come to Russia, less than 2 months. So it was, all those things were still fresh in my memory. He said, now remember that pain. And with the determination of that pain, because whatever pain you are going to go through now to study and to be able to study this language is nothing compared to the pain of the scorching sun in Africa and the hawking of firewood. So use that, convert those pains of your past into determination. Convert it into determination, convert it into discipline, into the force of discipline. So each time I finish school, how do we convert it? Maybe some of you will need this. How do we convert your pain of the past? Let's say you are raped. How do you confirm what do I say? How do you, what was the word now? You know, my emotions is overwhelming me. So let me cool down a little bit, and I will tell you. Yes, how do you convert? How do you convert the pain of rape or the pain of, poverty or the pain of hunger or the pain of suffering in Africa? How do you confirm all that? Convert all that into a force of discipline? How do you convert it into a form of discipline? How do you convert the pain of the past into a force for tomorrow? So the way you do it is this. So in my own case is I will finish classes because we will start classes in Russia here when I was in the university. You go to classes at 7:30. So you start classes at 7:30 and you finish at 2:30 so that the second batch, they had a second batch, so that the second batch will come in. So from 7:30 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon, we were always in class. Now, how did I convert it? I now say, this professor said I would never pass Russian language, and God told me to convert my pain of the past into a force of discipline. And so I said, I will just remember that I need to catch up because I came late from Africa. So all my schoolmates, my classmates were already ahead of me. So I need to catch up with them. And then this professor said I would never make it. And then I remember the pain. So normally what would happen is, after classes, all these, my students, my classmates, they will go back home. Either to go and rest or to go and play. Some will go to discotheques, some will go to their girlfriends, some will go to, all kind of things people do. But I will remember my pain of the past. I will remember the scorching sun of Africa. I will remember me cutting those trees in the bush. I will remember me, selling that firewood. And the pain of that past empowers me that what I'm even experiencing now is even nothing compared to that pain. So let me push myself at least to a degree of that pain that was there in Africa. Let me push myself. Even when I'm pushing myself, okay, how do I push myself? In this case, I push myself to go to the library. So I go to the library to study for another 6 hours. Even by the time I'm sitting down in the library for another 6 hours, it's still not up to 50% of the pain I was going through in my past in Africa. So I was pushing my pain, my present body, because normally your body doesn't want to work, right? You want to relax, you want to go and play, you want to go and, you want comfort. So, but because I remember that the pain of discipline that I'm paying right now is nothing compared to the pain of suffering, to the pain of poverty that I was in Africa. So that discipline, no matter the amount of discipline that I have right now, is nothing. It's not even 50% of the pain I was going through in Africa. So what I will do is that I will go to the library, I will sit down there. Even when I want to sleep, I will fall asleep, I will still wake up. I say, I will not leave here. Because can you imagine, library is a place where I will be, where I was sitting in. It was like sitting under aircon. No sun is there. The floor is carpeted. There are so many books. Then I could go and eat. Hunger is not there. And, no sun is beating me. I don't need to carry, ogi or pap on my head. I don't need to carry firewood on my head. I don't need to, that there is no suffering. Just to study, it's not even 40% of the pain that I was going through on a regular basis in Nigeria. So I will reconnect myself to the pain of my past and convert it into a discipline that is necessary for me to do what I need to do right now. So that is what I'm talking about the conversion of the pain of the past into the force of discipline. So that force of discipline, that conversion of the pain of the past is what took me through from me being told that I would never pass my class, my language school, to becoming the best student in that language school, and then to becoming the best student in the history of the university, in the past 25 years of the history of the university, to becoming the best student in the history of the university. Because, so by the time I finished my university, I was doing this thing for 6 years. So every day, from Monday to Friday, every single day, after classes, after spending maybe about 8 hours in the classrooms, I will go for another 6 hours in the library. but it is the pain of my past that was fueling me. So, so by the time I finished university, that 6 hour was already recorded in my subconscious mind. So when I now started our church, I was praying for 6 hours every day. Now, why was I able to pray for 6 hours every day? For some people now, to pray for 6 hours a day is like a big pain for them. It's like it's not possible. Well, because I was doing that 6 hours every day after classes, so that was like 8 hours plus 6 hours, that's like 14 hours or so. So that 14 hours a day I was working when I was in the university, now to just pray for 6 hours is no more a big deal. So I was praying for 6 hours for the first 4 years of our church. 6 hours every day, 6 hours every day. But where did I get that from? I could get that from my experience in the university. But that experience in the university came from the pain of my past that I converted into discipline. So now that I'm doing, that I'm coming on Facebook 6 hours a day. So everybody is asking, how can Pastor Sunday keep on coming every day? But I've only been coming for 2 years. 6 hours every day for 2 years. But then when I was in the university, I was doing that for 6 years. 6 hours every day. Then when I started the church, I was doing that for 4 years. 6 hours praying every day. So now the live broadcast that I'm doing is 6 hours every day talking only. So the discipline has been built over the years. And that's why I wrote this book. For people who want to have the discipline that it would take to change their lives and to know where to get that discipline from, that it would take to also change a nation. So when I was praying, when I started the church, I was using that 6 hours I could get the discipline to change a nation, to build a church that would change a nation. When I was in the university, I was able to get the discipline to study and become the best because of this thing I'm talking about, converting your pain into yes, I've been doing this for 2 years now, coming every day for 2 years, every day for 2 years, 6 hours every day for 2 years, 6 hours every day for 2 years. You see, so this is the book if you want to know about discipline. But discipline is not a mystery. It's not like the way we were taught about this. We were taught about discipline, right? In Africa, that everybody is beating you, and they're, that is torture, that is abuse, not discipline. So this is the book here. Remember, the power and force of discipline for transforming lives and nations. And I just like it that I'm telling you about these books, because some of you might not even know what these books are all about, right? So it's a good thing that we are talking about these books. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise that David didn't come today. Another book I want to talk about is this one. It's called I Am a Person, but Am I a Personality? I am a person. Yeah, that's quite all right. Okay, we get that. You are a person. But are you a personality? That's what this one is about. I am a person, but am I a personality? I am a person, but am I a personality? Well, that is the question every one of us have to ask ourselves. You are a person, but are you a personality? I'm not sure. Because how do you become a personality? What is this book about? This book is talking about the fact that before you could become a personality, that everybody that is born into this world, that you are born into a certain environment whereby it is your environment that made you into who you are. So let's say we are looking, whose name am I saying here? Christy. I'm seeing the name of Christy Kelly here. Okay, let's take Christy Kelly. Christy, don't be annoyed at me that I mentioned your name. My eye just fell on that name, so make you not get vexed. So any one of you, not just Christy, everybody that is listening to me, whoever you know yourself to be right now, that is not who you are really. Oh, somebody said he has read it. Baby Lawal. I just finished that book this morning. It is powerful. Oh, Baby Lawal just writing that she just finished it this morning. I will recommend it for everybody who does not want to live like a bioman. Oh, that's it. You are either living as a regular human being or you are living to the fullest. You are living your own life. Let me tell you what is happening in life. What has happened is this. Most of us, we are still not discover who we are and who we were made to be by God. So how do you discover? Because most of the ones you know now, most of your own person that you know now, you are just a product of your environment. So, for example, it got to a point where I had to recreate myself and remake myself. Every one of us need to get to that place where you have to recreate yourself according to God's best expectation of you, God's best image of you. What that means is that any one of us, let me take anybody's name. Let's say your name is Moses. So Moses, the Moses that we all know is not the person that God created him to be. Now, you might be saying, but I am the one. Why? I am the one. No, you are not the one. You are not who you are supposed to be. You are just a product of what everybody has put into you. What your parents put into you, what your environment put into you, what your father, mother put into you, what your school put into you. We are just a bunch of collection. We just collected different information from everyone. We are just a product and expression of our environment, our experiences, and that's it. But there comes a time where every one of us needs to stop and say, hey, let me get an idea, a full picture of what God the Father would have liked me to be. And you need to do an analysis of who am I right now? What are my strong points? What are my weak points? What are the main things that I think that God wants me to become? So you need to do an analysis to recreate yourself according to that ideal image of who God intended you to be. Not who you have become by default, by default of where you are born, but creating yourself into God's ideal of who you are meant to be in God's mind. For example, if we take, what's the name of the lady I mentioned before? Let's say Moses, or I don't know whose name was that. Moses or whatever your name is, anybody's name. If we take Moses, now the Moses we all know, maybe he's a Nigerian, and this Moses speaks with a Nigerian accent, and is an engineer or a medical doctor, because that's what his parents told him to go and study. So he went to study medicine. And he's talking like every Nigerian. It's okay. He's a Christian because he was born in a Christian family and all that, because that's what was attainable in his environment. But if that same Moses were to be born by the same parents, but born in England or born in France or born in Germany, among German people, but still a Nigerian, black Nigerian, you will see that the accent will be different. And you will see that even the mindset will be different. Why? Because the environment where he has found himself in Germany or in France is totally different from the environment where he grew up in Nigeria. Just like your own children. Your own children now have different mindset from yourself. Even though they are Nigerians, they bear Nigerian names, but they are already not the same like you when you are growing up. But that is still not the ideal also for them. The ideal for them or for you is what God has in mind. And that is when you become a personality, what this book is talking about. Otherwise, you are just living like a biomass of what has become of you as a result of your environment. But you will become the person, the personality that you are called to become by a concrete steps of awareness. You must consciously stop and consciously develop your real self, your real person, the real human being. You must reset yourself. You must give life to yourself all over again. That process of giving life to yourself is what we are talking about in this book. So don't remain the biomass or the person that you are born to be, but become a personality that God intended for you to be. I don't know if you people are getting it. Okay, Blessing said that You sent emails concerning HMT and no response, and for books. Okay, go ahead and write me. Somebody just told me about the same situation. Please go ahead and write to me. My own email is pastor@godembassy.org. 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 Oh, okay. Somebody is testifying to this book, Obumi. She's saying the book created a new me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody must get to a place in his life when he has to recreate a new himself. So she said, I read the book too. The book created a new me. Yes, reset yourself every step. That is what this book is about, to create a new you. So if you have not read it, I'm sorry. Go get it. Now, what's my time? How much time more do I have? Okay, I still have a few more minutes. Which one should I tell you about now? Let me tell you about this one. Let me tell you about this one. Your tomorrow depends on the actions you take today. This is quite direct, right? Very direct. You see, the shares, if you don't take a step today, if you don't make a move, if you don't take some moves, nothing will happen tomorrow. So your tomorrow depends on the actions you take today. But unfortunately, Christianity has made us to become people who are expecting something to happen by tomorrow by God's grace. They will say, what will happen tomorrow? By God's grace. We don't know. We are praying, we are believing God. What is we are believing God? We are believing God by God's grace. That is what a lot of people, the form of Christianity that we are practicing, which is not the real Christianity, but the form of Christianity we are practicing today is such that will just make you to keep on looking for a mirage and hoping that something will happen sometime. We are praying. We are hoping, by the grace of God. We are waiting on God. We are believing God. God had said it. There was a prophecy that I will become this. God, somebody told me this. By the grace of God. Well, in Jesus' name, this is the kind of Christianity we are practicing today. This book will shatter that kind of mystical Christianity. It will shatter it. It will just break it into pieces. You will begin to run. You will begin to be in a hurry. You will begin to take responsibility for your life. Fast, quick. You will begin to take actions. In fact, let me for those of you who are church freak, you might even stop going to church on so many times on midweek or something. You might begin to go to church only once a week, and every other day you will be busy. You will become busy, not just busy doing nothing. You will be busy living for purpose. You will be busy pursuing God's agenda. It will set such a fire into you because it will help you to see that if you don't do anything today now, miracle won't happen. You dey expect miracle no go come. Miracle only comes for people who are busy doing something today, right now. If you don't do something right now, if you don't take any actions, miracles won't happen. God will not do miracle for your finances. God will not do miracles for your children. God will not do miracle for your family. God will not do miracle for your spiritual life. Miracles won't happen. All those breakthroughs people are pronouncing on your head, forget. Those breakthroughs will not come. All those prophetic words, forget. You will just discover that you are getting old, that's all. But when you read this book, you will begin to run. You will begin to... In fact, you will not give anybody rest in your house again and in your environment. They will not recognize you. They will think you have gone gaga. They will think you have lost it because you would realize your eyes will be wide open. In fact, you will find it difficult to sleep. You will not have time for sleep anymore because you would like to do something right now. Set your life in order. set it in space, and begin to put all the steps in place for you to get your desirable future. Your desirable future will not come by themselves. They will come by you taking concrete actions. So that's what this one is talking about. Your tomorrow depends on the actions you take today. Your tomorrow depends on the actions you take today. Your tomorrow depends on the actions you take today. So go for it. Go for it. Your tomorrow depends on the actions you take today. Okay. Let me take another book here that is also very similar to that particular one. You know, this one is called Work is Better Than Vacation. Work is better than vacation. Labor is better than favor. You know, in Nigeria now, they say favor is better than labor. But this book, I'm calling it Labor is Better Than Favor. Labor is better than favor. Labor is better than favor, and work is better than vacation. Work is better than vacation. Labor is better than favor. Work is better than vacation. Or work is better than vacation. Labor better than favor. Now, for a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of people have believed the lies that Nigerian GOs and pastors and bishops have told them, that favor is better than labor. That is, why should you, if God doesn't bless, nothing will happen. God has already blessed you. Make you wake up. God has already blessed everything. When God finished creation, He blessed everybody. He blessed everyone. So don't be saying that you are waiting for favor. Favor will not just come from nowhere. God has already blessed you. Go and work. Favor will come at the place of labor. Favor doesn't come by itself. It is labor that will bring the favor to you. So labor is better than favor. So don't believe those African preachers that are telling you that favor is better than labor. That you shouldn't work hard. Everything is depending on God. If God doesn't build the house, look, if you don't have any resources to build the house, God will not build anything. You know, it is when you have the resources to build the house, and when you begin to put the house together, God blesses your efforts. But if you don't put any effort and you just want God to build the house, God doesn't build any house on this earth. It only takes cement and a human being to build it. So so this is what this book is talking about. That no, favor is not better than labor. It is labor that is better than favor. And work is better than vacation. So this is to talk about the values of work, the values of labor, and the values of hard work to be able to build your life and to be able to build your future. Don't wait for miracles. Don't wait for favor. Don't wait for declarations. Don't wait for, whatever they do, affirmations. Go and work hard. It is only the hand of the diligent that makes rich. The hand of the diligent makes rich, but the hand of the lazy, even if you are doing declaration and favor and all that, you will not get anything. So go for it. Go for this book. It's called Labor is Better Than Favor, and Work is Better Than Vacation. It is not favor that is better, because in Nigeria now people say 1 day of favor is better than 20 years of labor. Forget. If you don't work, you will die of hunger. Go and labor. That is what we need. Go and labor. Go and labor. So this book will really, help a lot of people to put their life back in order and get set free from the deception and the lies of those GOs that are telling you that you should go, that one day, breakthrough will come. No breakthrough is coming from anywhere. Your breakthrough is in your place of work. Your breakthrough is in the place of your labor. So value labor, value work. That is the only secret to breakthrough in life. Breakthrough doesn't come from the sky. No. It is in fact, even if God has it in heaven, He will not give you. He will only give to the hard worker. So even if it is the communists that are working hard, God will rather give them that breakthrough than you, who is just claiming it. So let's set ourselves free from all this African charismatic religion that has just, blinded a lot of people. Now, this is another very important book that will be able to help a lot of us. This one is called Stop Blaming What You Lack. Stop blaming. The blame game is a big one. Some people say, oh, I didn't have a father. Some people, I didn't have a mother. Some people say, oh, my father didn't love me. Oh, my mother rejected me. Oh, my uncles didn't help me. Oh, my relatives didn't help me. Oh, it is because the church is bad. Oh, it is because something is bad. It is because I'm born in Nigeria. Oh, it's because of Nigeria. Oh, it's because of this and that. Oh, it is the country that is bad. Oh, it is Buhari that is bad. Oh, it is the party that is bad. It is this and that is bad. Stop blaming what you lack. Stop blaming. Stop the blame game. Stop the blame game. Stop the blame game. That is what this book will teach you. Don't blame anything. Build a character and a culture of never blaming anything. Don't blame your husband. Don't blame your wife. Don't blame your children. Don't blame your enemies. Don't blame Satan even. Stop blaming anything. And what to do when you stop blaming. This is what the book will tell you. What do you need to do when you stop blaming? Stop blaming, and then the actions you will take to make your life better and to change the life around you is what this book is talking about. Stop the blame game. Forget. Take responsibility for your life and go for it. So that's what this one will tell you about. That's what that one will tell you about. Okay, which one should I tell you about again? Let me tell you about understanding God. I don't know. I don't know if they have. I think we should have this on. I think we have it. Understanding God. This is precious. This is about knowing God. This is about knowing God and understanding Him. Nothing like it. Knowing God and understanding God. A lot of people, you know what Jesus said? You are serving the one you don't know. You are worshiping that which you don't know. That is what is happening to a lot of people. They are worshiping that whom they do not know. They are worshiping the God they do not know. And but you must be sure that you know God. You don't just know that because somebody is preaching Him, but you must be someone that you know for yourself. You must know God by yourself, for yourself, and then understand God, how God works. Then you will never be able to blame God anymore. You will never be able to blame anything. You will just love God, walk with God, and build your own personal relationship with God. It's all about personal relationship, guys. It's not about religion. It's about personal relationship with God. Personal relationship with God. So it's understanding God right there. Understanding God. Okay. I'm sure you have seen this one. How to transform a nation through the power of faith. How to transform a nation through the power of faith. How to transform a nation through the power of faith. This is exceptional. This book is exceptional. If you want to leave your legacy and you want to leave your footprint in history of your nation, of your country where you are living, this is the book here. How to transform a nation through the power of faith. How to use your faith to change your world. That's what this one is about. It will really help you to be able to transform, your life, the life of those people around you, even a whole nation, through the power of faith. Now, this is a book that is called Pastor, Face Your Calling. But this is not just for pastors. This is for people that are in the four walls of the church. So this book is about getting out of the church, getting out of the four walls of the church, and going to make effect in the world. Getting out of the four walls of the church and going to change the sphere of influence where God is calling you to. But I'm using this as an irony that some people are telling me I should face my calling, I should face my business, I should just stay in the four walls of the church and do my work. But this book is going to tell you how and why every believer should come out of the four walls of the church and bring relevance to the larger society. So this book is about how to come out of the four walls of the church. Don't just sit in church every Sunday, but how to come out of the four walls and begin to bring relevance to your world. That doesn't mean you don't go to church. If you want, you can go to church if you are learning in the church, if you are growing in the church, if you can be a blessing to people in the church. But your larger ministry must be outside of the four walls of the church. I'm sure you have heard about this book. Maybe you have not heard about it, but if you have been to HMT, you must have heard me saying life is predictable. But there is the book out at last. Life is predictable is the name of the book. Life is predictable. You know, I don't even need to add to this. Life is predictable. You will discover that you can put your life in order and under some certain laws that will make life itself predictable to you. Oh, this book is the pride of Africa. This is the book that somebody called from Sweden. I don't know if maybe a few days ago, Sandra from Sweden called and said, since I read this book, I've been walking differently. Even though she has been living in Europe for maybe over 20 or 30 years, she said, now I'm walking tall. And that, in fact, she went to the radio and started doing a radio program based on this book. And the radio program now is going to Africa. People are calling her from all over Africa. And she thought she was just doing it to Africans in Sweden. But now it's going all over the place. This is how Africans brought civilization to Europe. This will make you to be proud that you are black again. And if you have a black child or a black family, black children, or you have black students, this book is a must read for every black person. It will just bring wings to your ego. It will bring wings to you. You will develop wings, when you get to read this book. So, how African brought civilization to Europe. All right. Now, the next one I would like to show to you is this one. A visionless life is a meaningless life. Ooh, I don't know if anybody has read this book here. He has to tell you. I think this is one of the best books I've ever written. A visionless life is a meaningless life. Vision. Now, the way the vision is being addressed in this book is totally different from the way, I'm sure you've heard about vision, but I can bet you that you have never read anything about vision the way it is written in this book. But if you don't have vision, it means you are living a visionless life, and a visionless life is a meaningless life. It means your life doesn't have a meaning. If you don't have a vision, if you are not living for something, it means you are living a meaningless life. There is no meaning in your life. And this book will bring you and restore meaning to your life and give you vision and meaning to life. So, meaningless life, visionless life, a meaningless life. All right. The next book I want to show you, and this might be the last one today, is How to Win in Life. You cannot believe it. This book here, if you read it and your life, and you think, and your life is not changed 180 degrees, I'm going to return your money to you. This book here, How to Win in Life. I can bet it that you have never read a book like this in your life. In fact, you will be so shocked. You will even be thinking that, is it a pastor who wrote this? Is it a believer who wrote this or not a believer? So this book is a book that I wrote to counter the 48 laws of what they call it, of 48 laws of power or something. So this book is like the 48 laws of power that those pastors are using to manipulate people. But this one is the right God's perspective, God's relationship to winning in life. This is how to win in life for real. This book will shock you to your socks, and it will help you to put your life. You will just discover that there is nothing you cannot do, that you'll be able to achieve any goal, any objective that you intend to achieve in your life. I'm sure you have never read a book like this, believe me. Okay, I think that will be it for today. And I'm so happy that I did this review today, because you have to hear from the horse's mouth. It's good that some people are doing the review also, but I just ran through like 20 books for you today. So I hope you have gained some things for yourself, and you have already noted some of these books that you will need to read as fast as possible. Okay, in the next 30 minutes, I will be coming back on to talk about Matthew Ashimolowo and the God of Mammon. And just 2 more series to go, today and tomorrow, and that will be all. So see you in 30 minutes, everybody. Peace.